Why are real estate laws so complex? Imagine trying to follow a recipe that has ingredients from different countries, each with its own measurements and cooking methods. That's what dealing with real estate laws can feel like. These laws are complicated because they have to cover many issues like property rights, ownership, transfer rules, taxes, zoning, and inheritance. All these rules are designed to balance individual property rights with the needs of the community. Real estate laws also have to work across different levels of government. Federal laws set broad rules, but each state and even local governments have their own specific regulations. For example, property taxes, zoning laws, and land use rules can vary greatly from one city to another. This means investors and families have to understand not just national laws but also the rules in their specific area. When it comes to estate planning with real estate, the complexity increases. Laws govern how property is passed on after someone's death, how taxes are applied, and how ownership structures are set up to protect wealth for future generations. For example, choosing between joint tenancy or creating a trust can have big effects on how smoothly property transfers to heirs. These decisions involve understanding legal requirements, costs, and time frames. Several factors make these laws even more complicated. Real estate laws include many legal areas like contracts, property rights, tax law, and inheritance law. Each area has its own rules, and they all need to work together. For example, understanding how a will or trust works, how probate processes operate, and how estate taxes are calculated is essential for long-term wealth growth. Different jurisdictions also add layers of rules. States and cities have their own laws about land use, property taxes, and ownership restrictions. For Asian American families, this can mean navigating laws that might have historical roots, like laws that once limited land ownership by certain immigrant groups. These laws, called alien land laws, were created to restrict property ownership by Asian immigrants and still influence legal challenges today. Fair housing laws also play a role. These laws prevent discrimination based on race or national origin, which can make it tricky to enforce property restrictions without violating rights. Real estate professionals must be careful to follow these rules while helping clients protect their property interests. Estate planning with real estate involves choosing how to hold property, like through trusts or joint ownership, to minimize taxes and ensure a smooth transfer. For Asian American families, who often see real estate as a key to building wealth, understanding these options is vital. They want to keep their assets safe and pass them down easily. Language barriers and unfamiliarity with U.S. laws can make this even harder for Asian American investors and families. Recent laws that restrict property purchases by nationals of certain countries can cause uncertainty. This makes it important to work with professionals who understand both the legal system and the cultural context. In the end, the complexity of real estate laws reflects the need to manage many different legal requirements, protect against discrimination, and address the unique challenges faced by immigrant and minority communities. Having good legal guidance helps families and investors make smart choices and grow their wealth over time.